Hi, my name is Suzanne and I run a charity in Milton Keynes called Owls Pals. So I started Owls Pals last year after losing my dad to cancer, and whilst he was in hospital he felt that although he had loving family around him, there was something missing. There was some sort of general understanding of what he was going through, and he felt that a buddy service could be of a real benefit to him whilst he was battling cancer. So before my dad passed, he did actually say to me about trying to find out if there was a buddy service in Milton Keynes, and at that particular time there wasn't. So after he passed, I said to him that I would make it happen, and hence Owls Pals was born. Currently have 15 volunteers at the moment, and they're all brilliant. Next question is, do I accept any goods or donations? And the answer is yes, I do. The best thing to do is email me at info@owlspalsmk.co.uk and I can tell you this. Thank you for the next question, which is, have I found any difference in need for care in 2020 in comparison to before? I might have to come back on another story in a second to answer that properly, so bear with me. Following on from the difference in care, I've got nothing to compare it to because we actually launched in 2020, the year of COVID. But all I can say is that people are a lot lonelier. You're not allowed visitors in the hospital. So I would say So what would be my dream ask of the MK community? And for me, it's about awareness. Obviously, we all want funds, but for me, we're completely voluntary. So if we can raise awareness of Owls Pals and what we do and help as many people as possible. My biggest fundraiser so far, I think, is the skydive. I raised about £1,500 for that. That was with a number of different people jumping out of the plane, including me. So we're looking forward to doing that again this year. We're currently offering support in Milton Keynes Hospital in the Cancer Centre. We chat to patients, supply refreshments. As much as we can't sit down with them in a close environment, we can still chat to them, and that really makes a difference at the moment. Our main services for patients are emotional, practical support. We also offer phone call support at home because we feel that people can get quite lonely when they go home. And we just provide positivity and support throughout their day. Currently our buddy system is over the phone, sort of face-to-face but social distance in the hospital, but normally it would be on a one-to-one basis. We could also offer virtual as well and do it over sort of WhatsApp video call or Zoom. Yes, volunteers can help. I can't allow anyone new to start in the hospital, sadly, just because of the pandemic, but there's other ways people can help and support the charity, and I'd just say get in touch and I can sort of elaborate on that. So once a patient receives their treatment and goes home, we can offer a buddy system at home, albeit over the phone. We're not allowed in people's homes at the moment, and that is something we want to do in the future. But at the moment, phone call support is great. The new cancer centre is amazing. It's such a spacious building, and it comes in really handy during the pandemic as well because people can safely socially distance. But it is a beautiful building, and I'd recommend anyone going to see it. I've got lots I want to do for Owls Pals. Obviously get the service up and running as it should, but also spread the awareness to different hospitals and have a buddy system in different hospitals, and also take it into people's homes. Those are my main sort of aims at the moment. My favourite thing about Owls Pals is the fact that it's named after my dad, and the passion that I really want to express to other patients and supporting them is something that it sort of drives me daily, and I absolutely love it. I can't say I have noticed an increase in anxiety, but I do see patients obviously worry as such, and that's what we're there to help with and support them with. I think they miss more company in the cancer centre. Just another answer in respect of that question. Patients are so brave. It just amazes me how brave they actually are, battling not only cancer but the pandemic, and I just think they're amazing, and you can learn so much from them. Thanks everyone for your amazing questions. I've really enjoyed it, and if you'd like to find out more, please contact me, info@owlspalsmk.co.uk. Thank you. So this past year has been really difficult, especially in light of the COVID pandemic and lockdown. We actually launched last year in March, which was coinciding with lockdown. So it has been difficult, but my dad was a very positive person, and as a charity, we want to really portray that positivity to patients and their families. But we can only do this from the kind donations that we are given by you, the general public, businesses, and the grants that we have been fortunate to receive this year or last year. We're extremely grateful, as 100% of all monies will go towards patients. And what we do currently, because our services are restricted due to the pandemic, so we're limited with what we can do to support people. So we do go into the hospital. There's a few of us that go in, and we supply refreshments and we chat to patients. And patients at the moment are receiving treatment completely on their own. They're not allowed to have any family with them, so it's quite a lonely time. So what we find is a small gesture, such as a small gift. Our recent Amazon Christmas wish list went down a treat. We've supplied afternoon teas. Just little things like that can really make a huge difference to their day. And just £5 can really make a difference. And as things develop and our service obviously hopefully gets to a bit of normality, that money will then go towards individual patients, and we would then provide bespoke gifts that are specific to that person, whilst supporting them and providing them with some practical and emotional support, not only for the patient but for the families as well. But for now, during the pandemic, we'll do what we can and provide gifts as and where we can. So in 2020, we were fortunate enough to put on some events, not as many as we would have liked, and we did have to arrange and rearrange different types of events, but we still managed to put on something, and just a few of them. We had a Wear Red for Owl Day in July, which we're going to be repeating this year. Red is obviously Owl's Pals colour. We also had an afternoon tea week where people could put on afternoon teas at home, and I also provided over 100 afternoon teas to patients in the hospital as well. And we also had some skydivers, me included, but there were 6 of us, and we will be repeating that again this year, and we have got some new skydivers on board. So we want to repeat a number of events. We've also got our annual celebration, which is in March this year. So we're putting together a musical extravaganza, and I don't want to sort of say too much at the moment, but what I would say is I am putting together an events calendar, so do please keep a lookout for that. There'll be plenty on social media about all the events this year, and also if you've got any ideas yourself, I'd be really interested in hearing about them. We are a new charity, and for me it's about listening to the public and listening to what people want and how you want to raise money for us. So another way of supporting Owl's Pals, and a way that you don't really have to think about it, is just by donating monthly. We do have a couple of regular donators, and having that regular income come into the charity really is amazing, you know, and I'm very, very thankful for that. And just £5 a month, for instance, can really make a difference to one patient, and it's as simple as that, because every single penny will go towards that patient. Everything we do within Owl's Pals is voluntary. Owl's Pals, we are a positive charity, and it's that we want to promote, and we want to eradicate stress for not only the patients but also the families as well. And although these are difficult times and we are having to adapt, that is our main focus. And if that means buying a gift, if that means chatting to them, making a coffee, whatever it is, we want to do that for the patients and their families when we can. But we can only do all of this with your valued support. So, as I said, monthly donations, helping out with a fundraising event that's coming up, or attending one of the online events in March, watch this space. We do appreciate it all, and thank you for your valued support up until this point. And I do hope that you will continue to support this local charity. Check us out, obviously, social media, Els Pals MK. We're also on YouTube, Els Pals MK. And keep a lookout on our website. There's always changes and things going on there. So I'd love to hear from you, and thank you for listening.